My project for the Pulitzer Center was on African refugees in Israel. I first became aware of this story first while reporting for what was my master's at Columbia Journalism School on Eritrean East African refugees in Europe, but also through an internship I spent the year before in Israel. I got to meet various African refugees or asylum seekers, as they are known in Israel, as they are not legally recognized as refugees. But there were different angles to their stories that I thought were interesting. What kind of mental health services they received. I did a story on the only clinic that was serving the tens of thousands of African um, refugees, asylum seekers in Israel, and threats to its closure. I was also interested in the story, particularly of the Sudanese community. Sudan and Israel for decades had been recognized each other as enemy states. So the question I had is, why did Sudanese seek refuge in Israel? And in talking to many of them, um, there was just certain angles and aspects to the story that I thought were underreported. Um, the various policies that they faced in Israel, Israeli immigration authorities applied different policies to different Sudanese depending on their ethnic background. That was quite interesting. In my reporting on refugees, I've not seen anything like that um, before. So in choosing these kind of stories, you're always coming and facing and coming across new information that one may not be aware of. Um, but these kind of stories help policymakers. I've been, I was contacted so many times by people who work with various NGOs or even the UN, who are either appreciative of a certain story or wanted to even contribute further to further reporting. Um, I keep informed on international news by following those media outlets that focus on international news, like the BBC, wire services like Reuters, AP, AFP, um, or when I can look at local media outlets. Haaretz, the Israeli newspaper in English, was really a major source of information. At the end of the day, um, when reporting these kind of stories that are underreported, not only are you serving the public or serving communities that may have been subject to wrongdoing, but it helps policymakers. It helps the world better understand um, a situation, a story, um, and finding the proper and best solutions for an issue, for a cause, for a problem.